Hey guys, I'm Dave, and today we're kicking off a really interesting video series. Every day, I'll be doing a complete analysis of Nasdaq futures, and together we'll try to identify areas of confluence for both the pre-market and the actual market openings. Also, only on this channel, you'll get the option zones for free, again for NQ, and we'll also add those for SP. As you probably know, the 0DTE, also known as option zones, are areas of interest where the futures market, which is now basically driven by options, tends to move either toward a put or a call, so either long or short, to reach these zones. The calculations we do will determine very precise zones where the biggest, let's say, bets are accumulating, areas the market will likely try to reach during the day. Here we are, guys. New video, new day. Today is Tuesday, August 12th. Before we get started, for those who watched yesterday's video, let's take a look at how the price actually went to hit our Asian level, okay? And it went on to do some manipulation during the New York afternoon, and we hit it perfectly, guys. Go check it out, right in the options zone, okay? On this level, we had the options zone. So you saw that the 0DTs work, right? So please, if you want to help us out and want me to keep making these videos, make sure to follow, leave a comment, and interact in any way you can, of course. It really helps us grow, okay? So now let's get back to our analysis and see what the chart can tell us. Alright, the first thing we notice, let me switch to the 4-hour chart for a moment. And on the 4-hour, we can see that there's a fair value gap at this level that the price is holding. This is a short fair value gap. As long as, logically, we don't close a 4-hour candle above it, technically we're still short, okay? Let's move on to... Let's also mark the daily liquidity at this level. Let's also mark the daily liquidity at this other level, which is this low right here. And so today's daily candle, for now, is still, since we're still in the London session, we're still ranging. Let's also remember that today we have the CPI, okay? So, based on what London does, we can imagine that if accumulation continues at this level, they'll probably do this to move into the OTE area, or if, during the London session, we start distributing longs, we'll probably go straight into the T area to then make a very strong CPI short. Okay. Now let's switch to the 1-hour chart and see how we have some good confluences at this level. If it breaks the 4-hour fair value gap, the price would definitely, since we have a PO3 here, I'll show you this better on lower time frames. If this PO3 starts distributing, we'll probably stay in this area and then get the CPI short, okay? So let's go. We've marked this 1-hour fair value gap, which for now is the only area I'm interested in, and we can move to the 15-minute chart to actually see what I meant. So this right here is the Asian session, okay? We've already taken out the low at this level, which we call the Asian low, and we've already gone to take out. Let me zoom out a bit so you can see better. We've already gone to take out the Asian high. As you can see, The price is facing resistance in this area here, right? So if we don't break through it, we'll keep accumulating in this area until the CPI, and then maybe look for a manipulation to go long, okay? On the other hand, if we do break through, we could very well see this accumulation moving upward, okay? The manipulation that was done by leaving out the daily liquidity to distribute the price down to this level, and then if we end up doing this, we would have a short opportunity. A short that, looking at the options area, guys, could be a really significant short, okay? I actually don't mind this outlook at all. So as for today, guys, unfortunately it's a bit of a special day. Let's switch to the 5-minute chart so we can take a look. The range they've created until we managed to break above here, guys. At 7 o'clock we saw this strong short push. My initial idea was for an accumulation in this area, okay? Accumulation in this area, pre-CPI, and then go long. But this, as I already told you, is the first option. What we really need to pay attention to is what happens in this area here, okay? In case we end up going long. We could also try playing the CPI with a small position to target the options area. Okay? Options area, guys, which I'll tell you about now. So the first put, which is really low. Okay? So to recap, just to summarize what the CPI could do, guys, because obviously today is a bit of a special day. Either we stay in accumulation until the news time to manipulate and then have a long CPI, or on the other hand, let me show you in another color. We start to see a distribution of this PO3, okay, long, and then do an accumulation before the CPI, so about an hour before, and then go down. What are the targets, guys? Let's switch to the 15-minute chart to see them clearly. I'll also give you the 0 DT zones, known as the option zones. We have the first long call at 23,810, the midpoint 10 points above and 10 points below. The second is at 24,005, where you should set 10 points below and 10 points above. Then we have the puts. The first put is at 23,395. Again, it's the midpoint, 10 points above and 10 points below. And then we have 23,285. The one I like the most, because based on what the chart is doing, guys, is obviously this one here. Okay, so I've deleted the first U for you. We should do an update in a few hours to understand what they want to do. But remember that if we end up accepting the price above this high, we'll very likely go to mitigate the hourly fair value gap, which is also the first fair value gap from yesterday's open, which, if you remember, is roughly at this level here, okay? For now, I can also go ahead and mark it, you know, so at least we have a real area of interest. So, this was the first fair value gap. We'll mark it with a different color, okay? And most likely, guys, the target, if it goes long. Now I can switch to the 5-minute chart again. Most likely, if we break through, the price could head toward the mitigation of the first fair value, Okay, which is the only one we keep open all week. So we can then position ourselves short for, guys, a move, I'll tell you right now, of 318 points. Okay. If accepted, I'll definitely try it even with a small size. 2 or 3 micros are enough, because if the price accepted above here, the short is strong. Otherwise, if we end up ranging in here, I'd be careful to watch for manipulation, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to go long. But most likely, if the price stays in here, they'll manipulate to the short side for the long, and getting positioned long will be much harder, okay? So that's all for today. Please be extremely careful. If you don't trust what I'm saying, go check out the previous videos, look at the analysis I do, and especially take a look at the option zones, also known as 0DT, and see how they control the price. So that's all for today. Thanks for stopping by. Guys, please leave a comment and a follow. We're starting a really great project, so if you help us out, really, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's all for today. A big hug from your Dave. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.